Matt, Full Tilt Bullies again. I got my girl Foxy here, and I know, girl, I know, get down. But I got this big old girl here with me today for the flea video. Now, this is the thing, right? I don't know how many of y'all, I'm assuming with the amount of people that, you know, kind of mentioned the flea thing, that y'all are having as much trouble that as I've been having with fleas all of a sudden. And honestly, all summer, everything's been super contained up until like real recent. Like I want to say like the past 2 or 3 weeks, it just like blew out of control. And I hadn't really took the time to research it to see what was going on. But fleas here just kind of, you know, blew up. So I have been I've tried a few different things. The latest thing that I had got was this Pet Armor Plus. And honestly, I don't know that it's really worked that well. So if I was you, I would go to my vet or PetSmart or something and buy just buy a more expensive brand. You're probably going to spend, well, I have to spend more because of the amount of dogs I have, but pay for some quality stuff, and if that don't work, then try something else. But I got this, which wasn't really cheap. I paid like 50 or 60 bucks for it, but you're usually going to pay about 100 bucks, you know, well, closer to like 90, I believe, for a box of 4 to 6. But all it is going to be these little tubes like this. And I'm not actually going to put this on her today, but I will show you exactly how to do it. But it's just these little containers here. You just use one per dog, and it'll have the weight on here. So if your dog's 50 pounds, you get like 30 to 70 pounds or something like that. It'll be in that range. But you get it, I always shake it up really good. Pop the top, and you're going to start from the top of the neck. Stand up. You're going to start at the top of the neck right here, and you're just going to slowly squeeze straight down the back, straight down the line to the tail, all the way down. Now if you're doing puppies, once you do it, I want to say it's like a 2-hour waiting period. You're going to run your line, and then you want to keep them separate from each other so that they can't lick it or play with each other and get it everywhere. And you put it there on their back so that they can't lick it or they can't get it on them. Now, to my knowledge, they make pills that are for this. They make these topicals, they make bath things, and what I have just most recently decided to try, if you didn't see on Nero, is these blue collars right here. It's just a flea collar, and it's like really old school, but I've had such terrible success with getting rid of these fleas on this go around that I decided to throw a new element in there. So they've all seemed to actually be starting to die down. It's bringing the flea eggs out and getting them, you know, close to all the way out of the flea zone. So you know, I'm not fully on board as far as if I know that it's actually worked as well as I want it to, but it says they work for like 7 months. So I figured I would put that on there for a few weeks, pop each one of them off, give them a really good flea bath, and then shampoo them, or not shampoo, but condition them down really well and put the flea collars back on them, or maybe even some new ones. They didn't cost a whole lot, like $7 each or something like that. So you know, we went ahead and got that for them. Now, another thing I don't know if a lot of people know, and I want to make this really, really clear. When you have a problem with fleas, the way I have, you know, you should be worming your dogs anyway and checking their stool, making sure they don't have worms. But when you have an issue like me, and I'm sure a lot of other people have been having this time of year, you have got to tapeworm your dogs. After a flea incident like this, you have to tapeworm them, because what happens is there's a cycle. If you'll Google it, there's a cycle of how a tapeworm actually starts. But it starts with fleas. They start scratching or digging or gnawing, and they ingest a flea. The flea goes into their stomach, it goes through its little cycle, and it turns into a tapeworm. Which, you know, it goes from the larva to the flea egg. They hatch into whatever, turns into the flea. They ingest the flea, turns into a tapeworm. So you know, like me, I'm going to have to re-tapeworm my whole yard, the tapeworm medicine you get will probably have like a hookworm or roundworm, and you know, some other things in it, preventative measures, maybe even a heartworm. But ivermectin for my heartworm, once a month you give them 1/10, which I'll do a video on that, which there's plenty of them out there, but it's 1/10 per 10 pounds body weight. You know, seem to work really well so far. But like I said, I'm going to try this, see what happens, and then tapeworm them all. And then once you do tapeworm them, you also, 2 to 3 weeks later, you have to do another tapeworm cycle, because what they'll do is, you know, you got to beat your flea cycle, and then once you've beaten your flea cycle, you have to give them their tapeworm medicine, and then 3 weeks later, they'll actually, you know, come back a little bit, and then you kick them out again. So it's, you know, it's a 2-part thing with that, and a 2-part thing with your flea, and you got to stay on it, stay on top of it, stay on top of your tapeworming, because it will really cut their weight down, really bad for them. It's just, you know, overall it's just terrible. So I hope this has helped y'all out. Again, got any questions, any suggestions, whatever, hit me in the comments. I'll try my best to get to you as soon as I can. So I appreciate y'all. Miss Foxy right here, she appreciates y'all. Ain't that right, baby girl? Ain't that right? Look at that. Look at that. So I'm getting back. I'm getting back to where I was. Shoulders. And I'm still going to give y'all a good video of all of them. And kind of give you a little bit of background on each one of them. I just got to get the time to kind of do it. But we will be getting that out there for you. Ain't that right, girl? So I appreciate y'all a ton, man. Y'all take it easy, and I'll catch you next time.